Welcome back to SSWP here in Long Beach, California.
I'm Rozz Goldstein, and there's my broadcast partner, Xana Lorca. And we have yet another great night of action in store. But first, SSWP CEO Miss Soul has a very important announcement for us that could, quote, shape the future on SSWP.
With all the surprises from last week, I can't imagine what that could possibly be. Miss Soul is always finding new ways to shake things up around here. She's a lot of things, but boring isn't one.
Don't forget to log on to SSWP.com to catch up on all the latest action you missed. Soul Series Wrestling Pro in Long Beach tonight.
Welcome SSWP fans. We are officially 2 weeks away from Right to Resistance. So much to be excited for. A 3-way title match for the SSWP World Heavyweight Championship. How about that? How about the debut of Priscilla Kelly last week? But in the spirit of SSWP, we like to keep things fun here. You see, Jinx successfully beat Buddy Matthews and retained the US title last week. So I thought, why not give the division a makeover? Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your SSWP Super Junior Champion, Jinx.
Super Junior Champion has a nice ring to it.
Oh, great. Another accolade for Jinx to brag about. I'm gonna have a migraine in a couple minutes.
Hey, maybe show the champ some respect. He's been here. He's been a defending champion, possibly on the cusp of being a world champion in a matter of weeks.
Don't remind me, I'm already sick to my stomach.
As sick as you may be, you can't deny the SSWP Super Junior Championship looks absolutely beautiful. Definitely an upgrade.
If only we could get an upgrade from the current champion.
And still your United States champion, and new Super Junior champion, the biggest box office attraction in SSWP, Jinx. Don't you all feel so stupid for doubting me? Use this as a learning opportunity. Just because I had one small misstep doesn't mean the entire plan is a waste. I'm still champion, I'm a new champion. Think about this. Longest reigning US champion, first ever Paradise champion, and now first ever, and technically longest reigning SSWP Super Junior champion. And to think it right to resistance, I'm going to add the world title to my resume.
Whoa, hold on there, Jinx. Getting a little ahead of ourselves, aren't we? Part of being a champion is always being ready to defend, isn't it? Seeing as how the Flyboy himself hasn't gotten a singles title match yet in SSWP, now's a better time than ever. If you're man enough, I'm coming down now.
I feel like we say this often, but Flyboy Aiden Fletcher has the future of SSWP written all over him. At only 23 years of age, he's consistently stealing the show here in the Red Ring.
Yes, but you still have to win, Xana. Being fun to watch is great, but he needs to prove he can run with the pack.
Well, he's been dealing with the entire Undisputed Era on his own. Let's not act like the playing field hasn't been stacked.
Isn't it always? Remind me what champions do? Win against all odds. He's got another shot to prove himself tonight.
Introducing the challenger from West Memphis, Arkansas, weighing in at 184 pounds, Flyboy Aiden Fletcher. And his opponent from Texas, weighing in at 225 pounds, he is the Super Junior Champion, G.
The SSWP Super Junior Championship is on the line. How about that for an opening match?
Only in SSWP will you get high-stake matches like this one on a regular basis. What a beautiful title that is. A huge prize for either competitor.
Walk me through this matchup. What should we be on the lookout for?
Both of these guys are big-time high flyers, but there are a few variables in play here. Jinx is very much a daredevil to his core. This can work in his favor if his opponents aren't willing to take the same risks. The downside of that style being, sometimes Jinx's decision-making is a big fault in his ring work. We've seen him lose due to positions he put himself in. As for flyboy Aiden Fletcher, I always say he's a talent of two eras. An extremely gifted high flyer, but a bit more grounded in his technical approach. The biggest question with Aiden is his ability to keep his momentum going. He seems to burn himself out at times. This could very well come down to who takes their foot off the gas pedal first.
Jinx sent spiraling out of the ring. Could this be Flyboy's big night?
Aiden's got his momentum flowing. The important thing is to keep going and don't let Jinx back in this match.
Snap suplex from Jinx, possibly working the lower back of Fletcher to negate his high-flying ability.
Very much a showman, but oftentimes we don't talk about Jinx's ability to be methodical. Definitely not his biggest strength, but an underrated one. Jinx once again sent to the outside. This Super Junior title match has been back and forth so far.
A kick to the rear end. The top of Jinx's head was on the steel steps there. He may be out of it. Xana, what do you think has been the story of this match so far?
Earlier, I spoke about Fletcher's technical ability. Tonight, he's taken an extremely grounded approach compared to his previous outings. It seems as Jinx is having trouble maintaining any consistent flow of offense.
Jinx now with an armbar. Fletcher rolls out, and he's got to get moving now. Got to turn the tide of this matchup as soon as possible.
Jinx is prepping for the super kick. He connects. This could be over.
A kick out at 2. What a match this has been so far.
Aiden might not have much left. Jinx is going to look to finish the job. Gotta think we'll be seeing that Jinx ult soon. Fletcher pops up. Jinx got too comfortable. The momentary hesitation from Jinx may have hurt him here. A barrage of high-velocity strikes from Flyboy. Aiden's looking to end this.
Flyboy connects with Kid Icarus. And Jinx kicks out. The champion holds on for a while longer. Jinx, what a fantastic maneuver. He's pulling out all the stops to retain.
This match could set the standard for all Super Junior Championship matches. Shooting star press, that's gotta be it.
Jinx kicks out yet again. You can't deny a champion's heart. Unbelievable. Jinx to the top rope. Jinx ult connects.
Here is your winner, and still Super Junior Champion, Jinx.
The champ stays champ. How can you not be impressed, Xana?
I'm definitely impressed. It was a great title defense. The only downside is we're definitely gonna have to hear him brag about this.
You stupid son of a bitch. I can't count on anyone here. What the hell is your problem? Why the hell do you always need a savior? You're pathetic.
Ever heard of the term team effort, Eddie? I may have gotten pinned, but both of us lost. I should ask you, what's your problem? You do know you're not invincible, right?
I'm not— What the hell did you just say to me, you goddamn peasant? Are you out of your mind?
Eddie, he didn't mean it. We're all frustrated. Let's just relax and get on the same page so we can win.
No. You know what? You think I'm not invincible? So be it. I want you in that ring tonight, one-on-one. I'm gonna break you. You won't even be fit to work on commentary after we're done. Get the hell off the bus now!
That's how you want to handle this? Look, Eddie, I really don't want to fight you, but if this is the only way, fine.
Even more cracks in the shield that was badmouth, but let's dive back into right now. Priscilla Kelly touching down in SSWP last week and assaulting women's champion Rozz. Or rather, her new friends Sasha, Electrica, and Saraya did the dirty work for her. Ironically, this trio is calling themselves the Nice Girls.
Ironically, I'm not saying they're angels, but they could have done a lot worse with a 3-on-1 advantage. Let's be thankful for that, but nonetheless, I cannot say I wasn't entertained.
You were practically drooling over Priscilla. Why so reserved now?
My wife was indeed watching the broadcast.
Nothing worse than a party crasher, right? In this case, you're welcome. The Nice Girls are here to bring some much-needed entertainment to your TV screen. No more boring Rozz versus Velvet Cameron trilogies. No more hoarding of the Women's Liberty Championship. No more Women's Impact Championship being non-impactful. We're here to set things straight. We took some liberties of our own last week, didn't we? A title celebration? How hilarious. It wasn't a celebration until we showed up and set the party on fire. Me and the besties took over last week. This is our show. We're going to take the title off Rozz as well. SSWP belongs to us.
So that's how it's going to be, Priscilla? You come into SSWP, interrupt my celebration, and then think you can just take what's mine? Well, let me tell you something, sweetheart. These aren't just accessories. They represent my hard work, my dedication, and the blood, sweat, and tears I've shed in that ring. You might be new here, Priscilla Kelly, but you just made the biggest mistake of your career. I didn't become the longest reigning Liberty champion and women's champion by backing down from a fight. No, I earned these titles by facing every challenge head-on, by proving time and time again that I am the best in this business. Priscilla, you and your partners can call yourselves whatever you want, but you're just a bunch of wannabes trying to make a name for yourselves at my expense. Well, let me give you a little reality check. I am the queen of SSWP. And I will not let anyone, and I mean anyone, take these championships away from me. So, Priscilla Kelly, Saraya, Sasha, listen carefully. You may think you've rattled me, but the truth is, you've only made me stronger. At the next SSWP event, I'm calling you out, Priscilla, for a one-on-one match. And when that bell rings, you'll see what a true champion is capable of. Prepare to be humbled and defeated because this reign is not ending anytime soon.
Very cool story, champ. I almost stayed awake for all of it. CV, I do respect you as a champion. In name only. You have a combined reign of over 200 days, but how many names on your resume? I don't believe the hype, champ. I'll accept your challenge on one condition. There's 2 weeks till Right to Resistance, right? I'll take you on at Right to Resistance for the SSWP Women's Liberty title if you defend the Women's Impact title against Saraya next week. Oh, and one more thing. If Saraya loses, which she won't because she's awesome, our match at Right to Resistance become a match for both titles. Be careful what you wish for, honey.
The following contest is a triple threat match. Making our way to the ring from Kobe, Japan, JJ.
Up next, we've got a 3-way match between the always captivating Jin, the Olympic gymnast Frances Evermore, and a woman whose career spans almost 15 years in shotgun Jenny Stone.
As much as these women have been competing and putting on quality performances, you've got to think they'll be in line for a shot at the title soon.
Not to forget, big-time main event tonight, as Graham Gutierrez and Austin Graves take on K-Roy and the SSWP World Heavyweight Champion, Grimes. What's the breakdown on this matchup, Xana?
As we talked much about Francis and Jay Jin last week, I'd like to focus on Jenny Stone. She's won titles in many organizations over the last 12 years. I think her experience could be a key factor and pivotal to her success in this one.
Here is your winner, JJ.
Taejin pulls yet another trick out of the hat, a huge win in such a young career.
The foe is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Riverside, California, weighing in at 228 pounds, Jay Jacobs Madison.
It seems every week that the foundation of Badmouth becomes more and more non-existent. This dysfunction between members has now even led to this, a match between Jay Jacobs Madison and Eddie Sabin.
Complete dysfunction, and one has to question where the motives of the former Women's Impact Champion lie, as she's chosen to be in Sabin's corner for this matchup.
I feel she's in a bad position no matter whose corner she's in. She is believed to be the leader. She's likely just here to make sure everything plays out fair.
And his opponent, accompanied by Velvet Cameron from Kobe, Japan, weighing in at 255 pounds, Eddie Sabin.
Xana, there are very few times in my commentating career where I've had no hope for a competitor. Xana, there is absolutely no way Madison can beat the bear Eddie Sabin. We've seen this man decimate all of the opposition in Japan, brutalize K. Roy in his debut. He breaks bone, tears flesh, and laughs at pain. I have a very bad feeling about this.
I'll admit it looks very grim, but stranger things have happened.
I repeat, 6'8", over 250 pounds, extremely agile, and has an especially dangerous killer instinct. Eddie Sabin was born to hurt people. I really hope medical staff is on standby. I can't help but feel that Jay is about to seriously regret his words.
What words? He simply reminded Eddie that he was human and it sent him over the edge.
Regardless of the circumstance, this is probably the worst outcome he could have imagined. Jay isn't the most skilled within the Red Ring, we know this. His biggest successes come by way of his unpredictability. But how do you rely on that against someone who was simply born to be great at this?
Well, if you're paying attention, Jay is beginning to mount some offense. Let's see where this leads.
Hold on, Jay is actually hurting Eddie. I expected this to be a shutout. Madison over the top rope. Madison's offense is actually taking a toll on Sabin.
Maybe Madison's words are ringing true. Maybe there is vulnerability within the bear. It appears Velvet just tried to grab Jay.
Yes, I saw that too. Jay seemed to brush her to the side. I wonder what the purpose was in Velvet's mind. Madison has taken control of this matchup, and Sabin looks completely overwhelmed and caught off guard.
Sabin typically likes to break his opponents down at a much slower pace. It's possible the volume and pace of attacks being thrown at him are harder for him to make adjustments for.
Madison over the top rope yet again. The momentum has been completely on the side of the underdog. Lung blower from the bear. This may be where the tide turns.
Eddie is now beginning to break Jay down at his own pace. This is where it's extremely dangerous. You cannot give Sabin time to think. Sabin will never run out of creative ideas to inflict more pain. Huge clothesline, and we've seen this before. Repeated clotheslines. This is used to wear Jay down and tire him out.
And as violent as it is, there's something oddly calculated about Eddie's approach to this game. Almost too calculated. He just caused a cut with that boot to the back of the head. The blood is pouring. This is what I fear. It's getting extremely ugly.
What is Velvet doing? What could she possibly have to say to Jay at this moment?
Maybe it's not about that. Served as a pretty good distraction, did it not?
Do you think Velvet is purposely trying to sabotage Jay? I can't wrap my head around that.
Honestly, Xana, at this point I'm not too sure of anyone's motives within Badmouth. Nothing would surprise me. The hang time Sabin just got on that shotgun dropkick was absolutely inhuman. Sabin connects with Beast of the Hunt. This has got to be over.
A kick out from JGM keeps this match alive, showing a champion's heart.
Rolling neck breaker. Is it possible that we underestimated Madison?
You're watching the same thing I am, Rozzy. And yet again, I see Velvet Cameron getting involved. JJM from the top rope. Spirit breaker.
Another kick out. Eddie Sabin just won't stay down. Reversal by Sabin. Velvet Cameron just held the leg of Jay Jacobs Madison. What is she doing?
I'm not sure, but Jay is gonna have to pay the price for it. Sabin from the top rope.
Here is your winner, Eddie Sabin.
Madison had a valiant effort. He has nothing to be ashamed of. The bear still stands tall.
Soul Series medical staff on their way down. Madison appears to be seriously hurt. This looks very bad. Looks like they're gonna have to wheel him off. Again, an extremely impressive effort from Madison tonight.
We can only hope for a speedy recovery. Between the battle and interference from Cameron, the odds were stacked. Oh no, oh no, oh no!
Sabin is attacking Madison on the stretcher. What more does he have to prove?
I don't think it's about proving anything. It's about making sure his invincibility is never questioned again.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall. Introducing first, from Auckland, New Zealand, weighing in at 224 pounds.
The former world champion Austin Graves comes into this match 2 weeks ahead of the three-way world heavyweight title match at Right to Resistance. Never shaken, Graves is always wanting to battle.
But will that willingness to battle under any means lead him to his fall? Graves, one step closer to destiny tonight.
And his partner, from San Juan, Puerto Rico, weighing in at 234 pounds, the X-Factor, Graham Gutierrez.
Trained under Tony Salazar, Graham has been competing in this game since he was 16. A very classic in ring approach, plus skills in all areas. the X Factor looking to build his status.
From Hollywood, Florida, weighing in at 215 pounds, the World Heavyweight Champion, the Show, Grime.
Grime in the building. He was a highly regarded collegiate athlete before deciding to step into the red ring, quickly winning World Heavyweight Championship gold.
And from Prior Lake, Minnesota, weighing in at 209 pounds,
K. Roy had been a frequent talent across the indie scene for a number of years before coming here. I could see many future successes for this competitor.
This is a match that could give us a sneak peek into some elements that could play a huge part in the title match at Right to Resistance. Get ready for our main event.
As Graves starts out strong, Rozz, there's a lot being made about this match's implications for the title match, as you just mentioned. But as for K. Roy and Graham Gutierrez, what could a win of this magnitude mean for their careers?
A win over a world champion in any sport can be the difference between a good career and a great one. These could be future world title challengers or even current-day Super Junior title challengers. You never know in this sport. Xana, could you give us a breakdown on Graves and the SSWP World Heavyweight Champion Grime?
Well, as for Graves, he's perhaps one of the most complete athletes I've witnessed in the sport. However, I think the answer to the puzzle he brings is long-term consistency. As great as Austin is, his in-ring style can be mostly summarized into long-term momentum. We've seen him lose to opponents who simply wouldn't fold under the onslaught of Graves' offense. If you don't fold under the pressure, Graves is bound to give you an opening. In the case of Grime, he has very sneaky athleticism that can catch opponents off guard at a moment's notice. We haven't seen Grime lose at all, I believe. Again, however, one thing that I've analyzed personally is that he does seems to be heavily outmatched when it comes to a more technical and methodical approach. Grime is a very explosive athlete. If you can ground him, it takes the wind out of his sails. I'd also like to offer some insight on K-Roy and Gutierrez. Graham is an old-school fans wrestler, a flash from the 90s, if you will. Growing up, his favorite in-ring athletes were competitors like Bret Hart and Mr. Perfect. K-Roy is a very interesting competitor for me to analyze. Hard-hitting offense, a lot of heavy strikes along with some solid grappling. He takes a rather unorthodox approach for his size. You likely won't be seeing any aerial attacks from Roy, just powerful blows.
It's not the size of the dog in the fight. It's the size of the fight in the dog, am I right?
You are so corny. Very innovative move from K-Roy there. Seems he's adding more to his arsenal.
We have to acknowledge the obvious in saying that while we can see a preview of the world title fight here, the biggest variable not present here is the Super Junior champion, Jinx.
Oh, for sure. Miss Soul added her client Jinx to the World Heavyweight Championship match in 2 weeks. As much as I hate to think that Jinx could be a world champion, I do have to acknowledge that he is a huge factor. Graves and Grime now both legal.
Grime with the ultimate disrespect in this sport. He just used Austin Graves' finishing move against him.
In perfect form, too. Grime looking to hit Graves with first class, but Austin is resisting. Shotgun drop kick from the white rope. Graves showing Grime how it's properly done, looking to put this one away.
It feels as if the momentum is properly with Graves and Gutierrez right now.
Two great talents working well on one accord. You love to see it.
Jinx! Jinx just laid out Austin Graves while the referee was distracted with Grime and Gutierrez.
For God's sakes, can I have one night without Jinx ruining my mood? Go away now!
K-Roy setting up. 187.
Here are your winners.
Grime and K-Roy take the win. K-Roy just pinned the former world heavyweight champion.
So, are we just not going to acknowledge the fact that Graves just got blindsided? Not exactly a fair win.
In this sport, a win is a win. We can only anticipate the aftermath. Rozz, Goldstein, and Xana Lorca signing off.